November 22nd, 1963 was the day former US President John F. Kennedy would take his final breath, as he would ultimately be killed while waving to his onlooking supporters. If you know the history of the event itself, then you likely know Lee Harvey Oswald would later be apprehended and arrested for the killing. However, as Oswald was being escorted from the police headquarters to prison, Jack Ruby, a local nightclub owner, would run in front of the crowd of people and shoot Oswald point blank, leading to Oswald's passing in hospital 2 hours later. For decades, there have been plenty of questions surrounding this entire event. Most obviously, why did he do it? And of course, did he do it? Although it was concluded Oswald was the shooter, after numerous law enforcement agencies agreed the evidence proved that was the case, Oswald claimed he wasn't the only one behind the plan. People have speculated who or why else this occurred, but it seems one very common name or person often comes up in conversation is the Babushka Lady. The mystery woman, who may potentially have the answers America has been desperately looking for, has remained a mystery. Today on Life's Biggest Questions, we're asking, who was the Babushka Lady? Smash that like button and let's go. Now this is an updated video with some new information. For the original, check out the link down below, but for context's sake, I will touch on some previous stuff covered just so you guys fully have an understanding of what's going on. Now it sounds like a movie premise, but all these years later and the identity of the Babushka Lady and her footage have never been confirmed. Over the years, there have of course been claims, or at least one very famous or infamous claim, of a woman who said she is the lady, but it seems her evidence just wasn't concrete enough. More on that later, but first let's talk about who the Babushka Lady is, or was. During the parade which saw John F. Kennedy and his wife, as well as the governor of Texas, sit in the back of a convertible, moments before two of the three would be shot, it seems one woman was standing in the perfect spot taking photos. This woman, referred to only as the Babushka Lady, was given the nickname because that's simply how people identified her. An old lady standing in a position taking photos with what appeared to be a scarf on her head, which is common among older Russian women. Thus the nickname was born. But who this lady was has remained a mystery, and what she captured on film that day may also have the answers many Americans and historians have been looking for. Over the years, people have submitted different angles of photos and videos depicting what happened that day, with hopes that there would be some concrete evidence showing what happened. Of all the media that has been shared with government officials and the general public, it seems a few of them do include the Babushka Lady. In one video by Dallas resident Marie Muchmore, the Babushka Lady appears to be standing behind a man and his 5-year-old son, with only her back visible to camera. You can make out what she's wearing, but not who she is. Another video taken by mailman Mark Bell shows the Babushka Lady actually approaching the street moments after the gunfire. While others were running for cover, or still in shock, the Babushka Lady remained just standing there. In fact, she continued filming. The Zapruder film, which to date is one of the most famous citizen videos simply due to its length and what was captured, shows a frontal view of the Babushka Lady, but unfortunately, it's too blurry to fully make out who she was. And for years, the FBI, local police departments, and those interested in general have wondered who the Babushka Lady was and why she never came forward with any potential information. 7 years after the attack in 1970, a woman named Beverly Oliver came forward, claiming to be the Babushka Lady. Oliver claimed to have recorded the actual attack on her Super 8 camera, but 2 FBI agents took the camera from her. She also claimed to have known Jack Ruby, the man who killed Oswald, as he was being transported. She claimed Jack introduced her to Oswald before the attack and said he was a CIA agent. That being said, Oliver's story has been debunked, as she would have been 17 years old and quite slender at the time, which was the opposite of the more heavy-set, elderly appearing Babushka Lady. On top of this, the Super 8 camera Oliver claimed to have filmed with wasn't available to the general public when she had claimed to have filmed the events, to which she argued she was given a prototype of the camera. It seems the backtracking of her claims have led many to believe Oliver's claims were insignificant. So then who is the Babushka Lady? Well, as of March 2021, still we can't say for sure. But over the years, there have been plenty of theories, including that she was a Russian spy, the actual person who killed Kennedy, a Secret Service agent, or maybe a man dressed as a woman. Given her stature and even the way she was standing, some have pointed out that the Babushka Lady may actually be a man who was undercover. But for who? The CIA or Russia? It's possible she had binoculars, but again, why wouldn't she just come forward and just say that? This mystery has truly been just that for almost 60 years now, with no one ever being able to fully identify the Babushka Lady. Yet it seems the closest anyone has gotten would be a Kodak executive who explained a woman in her early 30s with brunette hair had come in to have some film developed. However, the executive explained that although the woman had admitted to being in the location where JFK was killed, apparently the footage she had was virtually useless. It was tough to make out, and she also mentioned how she had already spoken to federal investigators who didn't appear interested in the information she had. And just like that, the actual identity of the Babushka Lady was never written down or confirmed by anyone, if this woman was in fact even the Babushka Lady. This also led to many questioning Oliver's original story and further proving she wasn't the Babushka Lady. To date, we still can't say for sure who she was, and it seems as the years go on, we're just going to have to accept that we may never know who the Babushka Lady truly was. Now, it's important to mention, the first shot Oswald took missed altogether. This has led some to believe maybe it was someone trying to protect Kennedy who accidentally took his life, including the Secret Service agents around him. Others believe the Babushka Lady was a Russian spy, which again, it's important to note this happened during the Cold War, but so did a lot of other things. I mean, that was a very long war. Some think the Mafia may have planned this out, as both John and his brother Robert were planning to take down the Mafia and their influence on the Teamsters Union, but again, a lot of claims have proved otherwise. Now, with what you guys know, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Who do you think the Babushka Lady is? Was it a secret spy, a CIA agent that accidentally made a fatal mistake? Who knows? Let us know what you guys think down below. For now, let's reply to some comments from the video. What if the moon turned to gold? Pierce Payumo said, if the moon turned to gold, everyone, and I mean everyone, would be gunning for it. All nations, corporations, and others want a piece of the gold. See, I disagree. I don't think so. Because given the size of the moon, like gold is a commodity because we can't really make it. Like, you gotta find it naturally, right? Money, we just print on paper and it's made. Gold is like a natural resource that we can't just make ourselves. If there was that much available in the sky, I don't think it would be as what's the word I'm looking for? Valuable. Because, you know, there's so much of it. Supply and demand, very simple. Very hard to get, yes, but really, if you think about the whole moon, I think they could figure out ways to, you know, get up there and take a lot of gold, so. Matt Plays Games said, what if the moon turned to gold? America dis mine. Edit, thanks for hearting this comment, LBQ. This was a surprise, but a welcome one to be sure. And then I saw that the heart wasn't there, so maybe it glitched or it lagged. I don't really know. Just wanted to include your comment and just be like, you know what, you didn't get a heart, but you got a shout out, a comment reply from the host, which is like the next best thing. Probably not, but it's okay. Disco Saturn loves to do comedies and other things 24/7 said, Gold member finds out the moon turned to gold. I love gold. Sorry, I love Gold member. Was that a good accent? I feel like that wasn't. I don't even know what kind of, what is he, Dutch?
Yeah, he's Dutch.
I love, how does he talk? That's how he talks, right? Like, I love gold. That's it. It's just like gold. Austin Powers. I love gold. You know the little hair thing, the head skin? Oh, it was great. Alright guys, that's all for this one. Make sure you guys watch Austin Powers this weekend, because that's what I'm going to do. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein.